Danny here from the Magic Junk Drawer. I am looking for it here. Um, what the heck? I got it. Okay. First person here. What will H's actions for me be next? Mm. You know, lately it's like he's been coming up as disappointing and like he's not putting in a whole lot of effort. Um, you could have an argument with him. There's communication coming in, but it doesn't look like much is moving forward. Wherever the situation is right now, it's going to stay here for a minute. Communication comes in, but I don't see much else happening right now. Inez, love. Gonna have choices. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries may come in as some new energy. Also a Taurus. You may be undecided about how you want to move your love life forward, but there's growth and transformation coming in around your love life. A Scorpio also enters. Sepia, general. No longer holding yourself back brings in a lot of respect. It also brings in cause for celebration. You may have a new little adventure coming up here. Fire sign may come in that's of significance. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. It also looks like you have a wish that comes true, and you could have a new romantic interest come in that may be an Aquarius. Sepia, career 9 to 5. Okay, well, this may be putting in a lot of hard work into a side business or being focused on building your own thing, which I think is good, and the world is at your feet surrounding that. But that has nothing to do with, you're also paying off a bill of debt or a loan may make you feel relief. It looks like no longer being held back, moving on to greener pastures. You may be feeling a little bit nervous, or you may be feeling a little bit of anxiety, but you're leaving the past in the past and you're moving forward. You have a wish when it comes to your current, you got a new opportunity coming in, and you have choices. So I would say that over the next couple of weeks, you can get more than one opportunity for a 9 to 5 job. In addition to that, you may also be putting putting time and effort into a side business, which would bring money in too. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan makes you feel relief. I think you're going to have choices around a regular job. Success comes in, you're not holding yourself back, and you seem to be going for it. Something's got to give. Something's got to give here. It's Leah. Is someone really harassing B? Someone really harassing B. Yeah, somebody is. Yep. Sister, the year I was involved with S was 2017. He was my neighbor, and I had this whole group of friends in Philadelphia. That year, I saw one yesterday. Her Facebook is saying that she's in a relationship with her neighbor from Philly. It was so triggering. Why are 2017 things coming up? Is it because he's thinking of me? Oh, wait, let me read that again. The year I was involved with S was 2017. He was my neighbor, and I had a whole group of friends in Philly. That year, I saw one of my friends on her Facebook saying that she was in a relationship with her neighbor from Philly. It was so triggering. Why are 27 things coming up for me? Is it because he's thinking of me? Well, I think Mercury retrograde may have something to do with that. I mean, it just stationed direct yesterday, so that might be true. I do think he is thinking of you. I think there's a number of reasons why it's coming up. Yeah, well, he's definitely thinking of you, but I think Mercury retrograde has something to do with why the other people are showing up. I also think that he's thinking of you. He genuinely misses you, but aside from that, I think he feels like you're gone or you disappeared forever, and that's haunting him. I also think that he's not real happy with where his life is right now. It's like the love has run out. He feels kind of weak, kind of lack of ambition around him. So there's a number of reasons why all this is coming up. I know, and it's like, you know how many times I wanted to like move because I wanted to get away from like whatever the situation was, and people had always suggested to me, well, it's going to go with you, and I would think to myself, no, it's not, because if I leave here, then I'm not anywhere near it, then it's gone. But it doesn't matter where you go; it's always around. I've had several friends pick up and leave. Like I had one friend; she moved to Florida twice. I don't know where she is now. I had another friend that moved to California, but she came back. They all came back. But, well, I had one friend that moved to a couple of different places to get away from a bad situation. And she found herself in worse situations. But anyway, yeah, it's still very much there. You're still very much connected no matter where in the world you go. Let's put it that way. Sepia, love. Moving forward. You're moving forward. Anxiety moves into the past. You got the world at your feet and your intuition is spot on. You do have a committed relationship on the horizon, but you may have choices. You may be really fed up and sick of whoever it is that's been around you, and you just may feel like, I want fresh energy coming in. I'm putting that out into the universe, and somebody new shows up. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. You've got you have a Pisces here, or it could be that you meet this person while the sun is in Pisces, because you also have an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. You have an Aquarius. You have an Aquarius, a Pisces, and a Cancer showing up here. You may make a decision in your life to not deal with anybody who's disappointed you in the past, and you may just move forward. I hope that. I really do. I hope so. Now the Eight of Pentacles shows up, which is usually going back to school, learning a new area of study, or it could be putting in hard work into something. But I'm wondering if the Eight of Pentacles is where you're going to meet this person. Around school, work. It doesn't have to be your job. It could be their job. Like you go into the bank and it's the bank teller. You know what I mean? Like it could be something like that. Eight of Pentacles may be significant around the situation. Sepia, career for the rest of the week. You could have an opportunity. Look at what you got here. Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Comes in out of the blue. New job opportunity. Career for the, yeah. You could have a new opportunity before the end of the week. Listen to your intuition. And now there may be a Capricorn or a Virgo around that are of significance around this job, and happiness comes in around it. There could be a new opportunity. God, I hope so. Lara, what will the picnic be like on Friday? That sounds nice. It should be a pretty good time. Yeah, it looks like it's well balanced. It looks like you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. You may feel like mutually respected by the people that you're having this picnic with. It looks like an overall good time. Got the Justice card here. Good karma surrounds it. Ronnie, will I make out okay with my taxes? Oh God, I gotta do mine too. And I'm gonna be scared. I know that I owe money. I'm just afraid of what the amount is. I gotta get my shit together and call the accountant. I've been thinking about that all weekend. Because I really like this accountant and I don't want her to get booked up and not be able to get in. I gotta get my stuff together. I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna do it today. Get it done. God, I hate taxes. Will I be okay with my taxes? 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should be okay. You should be okay. Yeah, I think you'll be fine. So nerve-wracking. So nerve-wracking. Kira, general for the rest of the week. Disappointment moves into the past when a wish comes true. You got money coming in. You could be spending time with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Life starts to move forward and taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Talia may have a general for the rest of the month. Anxiety moves into the past, and your ambition around a side project is relit. You're putting a lot of time and effort into a side business or whatever it is that you do that brings in some good money. You have some good luck. You're feeling prepared, and you could be paying off a bill of debt or a loan that makes you feel relieved. The Magician is here. Got the ability to manifest new opportunities before the end of February. Sister, 2017 was the darkest year for me, and seeing how all these girls I was friends with from that year moved on makes me wonder, why did I go through all of that with him and come out empty-handed and still no movement in my life? And then it's like he's not happy with his decision. I didn't meet anybody else. Why did it all happen? You know, I was in a situation like this once myself, and I still don't know why it happened. And it was years ago. And I felt the same way. Like, you wound up with somebody who not only do I know how badly you hated her, everyone in your life knew how badly you hated her. You loathed her. Everybody knew, like, the disgust in your face when you spoke about her. And everyone in your life knew how you felt about her. How could you choose to be with her over me? It's unexplainable why people do these things, but I lived through something very similar to that, and I can't figure out what it is. The only thing that I think it could be is that it's just easier. It's easier. Back when this was going on years ago, I was like, come on, the California Psychics. I was talking to anybody that would listen to me because I just didn't know how to like resolve it. And one person said to me, one woman that I spoke to, and I used to speak to her pretty frequently, she said, you would never accept him the way he is. So, like, in other words, she was saying to me, he's there, right? He's there, but he's not there. Like, he may do all the right things, he may say all the right things, but it's all bullshit. And everybody knows it. The woman said to me, she's like, you wouldn't accept him like that. If he was like dead and with you, you wouldn't accept that. You would get rid of him. Like, that's not what you want. She'll put up with anything. Like, she'll keep him because she'll put up with anything. Like lower than low. Like, take anything. Like, she'll pull someone out of the garbage can. Like, that's where she'll take anything. So that's kind of like the way I resolved it, was like, I would, even though, and at the time, like, my life didn't move forward for a long time. I mean, I've gone for big periods of time. And the way that I resolved it was that, you know what, it's the truth. I didn't want someone that was going to tell me the things that they thought I wanted to hear and not really mean it and just play the part. And that's what he did. The benefit for him was he didn't have to do anything. Like, he didn't have to, he could do the very bare minimum. As long as he showed up and he was there, it didn't make a difference what he did. So it's not a real relationship anyway. It's not. It's like, we could put it on Facebook. We could say, oh, this is the love of my life. This was meant to be. We're so happy. But the truth is that anybody that knows them knows that that's not the truth. So who are you convincing? People that don't know any better? People that don't know any better don't really give a fuck. What are they giving you, a thumbs up, and that makes you happy? So your whole life is based on whether or not Joe Schmo from kindergarten gave you a thumbs up. Meanwhile, he hates you. He hates you. The idea of having to look at you makes him want to throw up. And you know, I've seen it in his face. People in his life know it. Why is he with her? We don't know. But I don't think there's a way to explain it other than he gets away with whatever he gets away with, where somebody else would expect much more from a relationship. Look what comes up. She's the devil. And he holds himself back, but he feels burdened by the relationship. And there's heartbreak and disappointment all over this situation. I don't know why people do this to themselves. I don't know why. I would rather live alone by myself in a cardboard box off the beaten trail and never speak to anybody ever again than choose to live like that. But people do. I guess they're just so afraid of being alone, or they're so afraid of true, real intimacy or real connection, that they would rather settle for, you know, having the girlfriend that's really, you don't really want to be with. It's frustrating. I totally get you. I lived through it myself. And why does it all happen? I don't know. I don't know that we've ever, you know, the woman that I actually go and see all the time, which I'm going to see her tomorrow, and I haven't seen her in a really long time. She always says to me, "You're not dead yet." Like, that's what she always says. So, like, you don't always know what's coming down. Like, sometimes people have to live through that situation, and then life takes twists and turns, and then you wind up back together at some point. Or maybe you wind up back together in a different type of relationship at another point. But it might not always be the end, even though it seems like it is right now. And yeah, it's shitty stuff. It really is shitty stuff. And I mean, I'm sure there are probably other people watching this that have lived through similar situations, but even like, if you remove yourself from that situation because you're involved, if you look at some people that, like, you know, in your life, like, you could see that they're doing the same thing. Like, how many couples do you know that I'm like, I was recently around a couple who, like, the wife had made some kind of a comment, and I could see the disgust in the husband's face, and I was like, oh man, I never saw that from him before. But you don't really know what goes on behind closed doors, so I think a lot of people get stuck in those situations. It's a shame. It's a shame. I totally feel your pain. Totally. Sister, I guess I'm just feeling sad. And I never really feel sad thinking about that year anymore, but I'm triggered more than usual. Well, you got a couple of things happening. First of all, the Mercury retrograde's bringing it all up, but then it's also his birthday, so that brings it up. You know, it's like, I feel like the holidays are not easy, the birthdays aren't easy, and then there may be other dates throughout the year that also may be difficult. So I think it's just part of the whole process. You know, it's not an easy thing. I mean, you've got incredible strength and you're prepared and you're going to get through it. It's okay that you feel like this now. Just allow yourself to feel it, let it pass through you, because you're going to come out on the other side victorious. And I wouldn't be surprised if one day you have a relationship that is so great that you don't ever even want to look at anybody else that's ever treated you like that before. So your life will move forward. It's just, you just got to get through this. And sometimes it, it comes back up. Like, what? Why? How come? Why was it that things ended up this way? But what if this isn't the end of the story? Maybe somehow it comes back around at some point, because it can. I mean, we've seen that happen. I totally, this is a story that gets me right in the heart because I lived it. And it's really disgusting. Christiana, am I in love or just like my Pisces? I'm trying to figure out my feelings. Well, you know what? Love grows, right? And love comes in all different shapes and sizes. So I don't think you really need to, just kind of go with it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the cards suggest. I don't think that you're in love with him yet, but let's see what happens. Maybe you're not there yet. Like, sometimes it takes a while to fall in love, but you can love a person, like I love my friends. I'm not in love with them. I love my family. I love my dog, but there's all different types. Maybe you're just not there yet, and that's okay. Give it some time. Soleil, general. You may be feeling prepared and excited about starting a new journey. You got some spontaneity coming in. You got a little adventure coming in. And you may be very focused, too, on a side project or a side business. You may be putting a lot of effort into that. It'll pay off. Hangman's in reverse. Life starts to move forward. It looks like you've got the love cup is full coming up. There's a Virgo coming in that may be of significance. And you have the Magician. The ability to manifest new opportunities. Sister, I also recently thought about R and the Gemini from years ago. He's the reason that I became a flight attendant. I haven't thought of him in years, but I feel sad over it. Does he ever miss and think about me? We were best friends. He was gay and we had a soul connection, and it ended badly. Okay. Does he ever miss and think of me? I'm sure he does. Yes, he definitely thinks of you, and he does miss you. I think all this stuff is coming up because of Mercury. I do. Yeah, I think it's all coming up over Mercury. He definitely thinks about you, this guy. When you have a soul connection with someone, that's not an easy thing to forget. Soleil for the rest of the week. You may need to have a little bit of patience around a work or business thing. You're stepping into your own strength. You got a new adventure coming in, or a new spontaneous journey happening. Something comes in out of the blue that could make you happy. Maybe spending time with a Virgo or a Capricorn, or a Virgo and a Capricorn. The rest of the week is not bad. Taking time for rest, relaxation, self-care. Virgo moon, can I have a love reading? Sure. Okay, you got the Empress here. Love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. You have the, be careful if you don't want kids. So you have this card here, which is the ability to manifest new opportunities around love. If you're not with anyone, there is a committed relationship on the horizon, and you're not holding yourself back. You also have a soulmate connection coming in. You got a Virgo, you got a Cancer. No longer holding yourself back, exploring new opportunities. If you are with someone right now, I would say your current relationship will be moving forward because it's a soulmate connection. My stomach is making all sorts of crazy noise because I'm still fasting. I just watched a video about, God, I'm not going to say this right. Autophagy? Maybe that's how you say it. Autophagy. It's when you fast, you got to fast past a certain period. I think the fasting period is between 24 and 36 hours. And it's supposed to help your body kind of like cleanse itself. I don't know, but let's see. I could make it. I think I ate dinner last night at 6 o'clock. My stomach is making all kinds of great. It's like, feed me, feed me, feed me. Meanwhile, I don't even really feel hungry. I'm drinking seltzer. They say that when you get past like 24 to 36 hours, like your body starts to, like the insulin and cortisol goes down, but the human growth hormone goes up. So it's supposed to help like clean out dead crap. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's supposed to be good for you. They say that there is monks. I don't remember, some tribe of monks or whatever, that they do it once a week for 36 hours for mental clarity. So I was thinking, and maybe I could do it every Monday. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. I used to fast on Mondays, but only until the sun went down, because Vedic astrologer told me to do it because of the moon placement at that time. And then at one point I was fasting on Thursdays. And then they told me, it was a Vedic astrologer said that when you eat on Thursdays, eat yellow foods. So I fasted all day. When the sun went down, I made saffron rice. I don't know what happened, but like I threw it up. TMI, I know. But I don't know what it was. I don't think I've ever ate saffron rice again. And I was like really looking forward to it, and it was so good, but like it went down and it came back up. I don't know. Maybe saffron's tough on like an empty stomach. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's what happened. You know, it's easy to fast when the sun goes down when it's winter. It's not so easy in the summer. Talia, will B get justice from the harassment? Will B get justice from the harassment? Yes, he will see justice, definitely. You know what song I have in my head? You know why? I've been watching this guy's channel, JV TV. You ever watch him? He did. He did a review on Rickroll. Rick Astley. Astley. I don't know how you say it. This guy here. I really like this guy. JV TV. The faces that he makes sometimes when he hears these songs is hilarious. He seems like a genuinely sweet person. Anyway, if you get a chance to watch the one where he reviews the Rick Astley song, Never Gonna Give You Up, it's like the look on his face. Nobody believed that that was really him singing. He goes, is this guy really singing? It's so funny. Anyway, that song's in my head. I watched like 7 of his videos this morning. And he also reviewed the song Gloria by Laura Branigan. I don't know. If you get a chance to check him out, I like his channel. He's funny. Happy Forever. Is H interested in me? Yes, he is. Soleil, where is my career heading over the next 2 months? I think you're going to change jobs in the next 2 months. You've got long-term potential around a new job opportunity that comes in, feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, no longer feeling like you're stuck. Life moves forward and balance comes in, and there's long-term potential around a new job. I have a feeling you're going to change jobs in the next 2 months. I also think you're going back to school, but I'm not so sure that it's going to happen in the next 2 months. Soleil, general love for the next 2 weeks. Well, you're not holding yourself back. If an opportunity comes in, you'll take it and things should move forward in the next couple of weeks. I don't see a committed relationship coming in, but there may be opportunity with an Aries. You have a Virgo and a Capricorn around. It also looks like you might need to have patience around love. The next 2 weeks, there could be interest. There may be a couple of dates, but it doesn't look like anything too crazy happens. Or no commitment, not yet. Go back up to the top. Pinky Lee General. Might need to have a little bit of patience. I don't know, whatever it is that you're going through, you may just need to give yourself a little bit more time, because you're not going to hold yourself back if the love cup is full. So if something was a little bit, you went through kind of a rough time, you might need to have patience with yourself. Good times are ahead. You're heading towards the 10 cups being full. If you've been waiting on a large sum of money, you could get it. You got choices coming in around love, and you're not looking back on the past fondly. You're looking more towards the future. You've got here the 6 of Rods, which means you've got success coming in around a long-term relationship that could be with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, especially Aries, Aquarius comes up strong around you. It looks like you're feeling a little bit more balanced as life moves forward. Monet, General. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serves you pays off. The hard work that you put into something pays off when you turn around and walk away from it. You may need to have a little bit of patience. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan makes you feel relief. And you have growth and transformation coming to you as a person. Myogram General for the next 2 days. Okay, it looks like you're feeling balanced and well respected at work. You could even maybe be given a raise, or a raise may be on the horizon with that card. Somebody from your past could return or reach out in the next 2 days, and life seems to move forward. The Emperor is here. So the Emperor could be a couple of things. It could be an Aries that comes in. It also could be connecting with a boss, a father figure, a grandfather, an uncle, somebody important. Or it also could be that somebody around you has your back. Somebody is willing to go out on a limb for you. So the next couple of days should be pretty good. Jay, how did the Capricorn feel when she saw me yesterday? Happy, excited. She thought you were attractive. She's got a lot of respect for you, and she was glad to see you. Soleil, general for March. March looks like a pretty good month. It looks like you've got the world at your feet, and happiness comes out around a decision that you make around business or work. It also looks like your life changes for the better pretty quickly, and your intuition is spot on. Looks like you got money coming in. You're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. And it also looks like yeah, you may be spending time with a Virgo. Not a bad month. Soleil, why don't I trust Hyrita? I don't know why. If you don't trust her and something doesn't sit right with you, don't trust her. Don't tell her anything. You know, you could be nice to her, you could be friendly with her, but if something doesn't sit right with you, trust it. I recently was in a situation. I was going to do a full video about it, but I don't know. I mean, I actually did. I don't know if I'm going to release it, though. Anyway, there's something about her that doesn't just sit right with you. You go with it. It does look like you are going to hold yourself back. I don't think she's a bad person. I don't think that she's really untrustworthy, but if you, like, I don't think she would deliberately try to hurt you. Let me put it that way. But if something doesn't sit right with you, listen to it. Actually, you guys could be friends. There could be cause for celebration around the situation. I don't care. If you don't trust her, don't trust her. Now, if this is someone that you work with and you leave that job and you start working somewhere else, then you may be able to trust her more. You may feel a little bit more relief because she wouldn't be able to, like, get you in trouble. She might be the kind of person that would throw you under the bus if it had to do with her job. Like, she may panic, but I mean, I don't really think she's that untrustworthy, but if it doesn't sit right with you, do not trust her. What happened with me, I had somebody coming to babysit Avery, and from the minute that I started speaking to this person, I was not comfortable. I just wasn't comfortable. Like, she was very scattered, asked me the same questions over and over again, said things that didn't make sense, but whatever, I had her come anyhow. While she was here, I just did not feel comfortable. I'm like, I do not want to leave my kid with her. Anyhow, so I called my brother. I left, called my brother, and I said, on your way home, can you just stop by? Because something just doesn't feel right. So he stopped in, and when I came home, I noticed that this girl's car, like, I saw her pull in, and she was parked facing away from my house. And when I pulled in, she was facing my house. So the car had been turned around. So I called my brother and I said, why did she move her car? So he said to me, he goes, well, when I got there, she was parked in your neighbor's spot. And I was like, when I left, she wasn't parked in my neighbor's spot because I would have told her to leave. I was outside talking to the neighbor. And he's like, well, I don't know. He's like, she was parked in your neighbor's spot. I went inside and asked her to move. That's why she moved the car. So I'm pretty sure that she left, and she left Avery here alone. I'm pretty sure, because why did she move the car? So I should have listened to my intuition. I should have listened to my intuition, and I should not have left her with that girl, but I did. Now, a couple of days later, I got an email from care.com saying that she had been taken off of the website. She's no longer part of that community because of, like, breaking their rules. I didn't complain about her, but somebody else must have. So who knows what went on. But like that's like a perfect example. Like listen to your intuition. Something didn't sit right with me, but I was like, I'm like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. No, it's not going to be fine. I mean, maybe with Avery it was okay because maybe she put her in the crib and where was Avery going to go? But what if it was a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old? You know what I mean? So something, yeah. Listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. You don't trust her, don't trust her. And don't second guess yourself. Like I lecture everyone else, and then what do? I leave. An asshole. I'm an asshole. So like tomorrow. I mean, I have no proof that she left, but why did you move your car? Like, why were you parked there? You went somewhere. You moved the car. Why? Okay, tomorrow looks like you have some choices and decisions to make, but it looks like you're lucky, you have a wish, and it looks like you're feeling very ambitious, you're well prepared, and you're no longer waiting for your ship to come in. Tomorrow doesn't look like a bad day at all. It looks like a pretty good day. Soleil, will I have to reschedule my myomectin next month? It looks like it might be your choice as to whether or not you got a choice whether or not you have to reschedule it. I don't think you're going to have to. I think you may choose to. So like, oh, I did that one. I mean, like I said, I don't know. I don't have any proof. There's no camera in here. Avery can't tell me. But why did you move the car? Why was the car moved? And why did somebody else complain about you and you're removed from the thing? But see, this is what I'm talking about. Like there are signs, right? Now, this is just not for situations like that. In every situation, there were signs. Like, I was talking to her on the app. I gave her my phone number. We were texting, and then the next day she asked me for my phone number. Now, right there, I should have been like, I was texting with you last night. How come you don't have my phone number? Like, but I'm thinking in my head, well, maybe she's talking to 5 different people, and she doesn't remember whose number she has. You know, like, oh, right away I have excuses. I told her when you pull in, first building on the right, I see her pull in and I see her go all the way down to the end. Like you don't listen. And then like when she came here, like she wanted like the Wi-Fi and she wanted to eat. And I didn't have any food in the house. So I think maybe she went out and got something to eat. Like all of these things were signals. They were flags and I ignored them. And I don't think we just do it when we're like in situations like that, but it could be with dates, it could be with jobs, it could be with friends. Those signs are showing up. They're showing up for a reason. Listen to them. Like what else did I need her to do? Like it's just craziness. Like what would have made me not leave? Like what else did I need to see? Yeah, a good help is hard to find, and $20 an hour. I mean, I paid you $20 an hour. I paid you $60 so that I could go make 45, and you leave my kid alone. Like I said, I don't have any proof that she left her alone. I don't have any proof, but it was a couple of days later that I was given an email saying that she's been removed from care.com and please reconsider using her because she didn't follow the guidelines. Now, what are the guidelines? Don't leave the kid alone. I mean, right? Chame, how did... Oh, damn, it disappeared. How did Elle see me on our last date? Saw you as interesting, attractive, kind, caring, sincere, Um, and like you guys have potential. I think you're going to see him again. Cinnamon, is he seeing someone else romantically other than me? I don't think so. Nah, I don't think so. Sonia, general relationship energy between me and YSC, the Cancer. I don't know why, maybe it's a COVID thing, but I feel weird and depressed these days. I mean, how can we not feel weird and depressed? I mean, we're locked in the house. I don't know where you live, but here it's been like, it's still snowing. It's snowing. It's like it's never going to stop snowing. um, you know, I don't. I think that feeling sad and depressed these days is just normal. We got to get through all of this, but you know what? Eventually, we will. Eventually, we will. Eventually, this will all move into the past, and things will start to resume back to normal. The relationship looks like it's pretty good. It's got potential. It looks like there's growth and transformation coming in. It looks like the world is at your feet. And your wish comes true around it. I would give it a chance. Yeah, let's see what happens. All right, let me run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. My God. There is like plowable snow on the floor, on the street. Ugh. I'm gonna plug in the Fitbit here because, you know, I was doing really well with hitting my 15,000 steps a day, and then the Fitbit died and I couldn't locate the charger. But now I found it and I feel like I got to get back on that again. So let's put this in here so that we don't have any excuses. There we go. All right. God, I'm gonna have to go out there and clean the car. I don't have to do it yet though. Nobody else is. Angel, if I see Elisa and tell her my feelings when I see her, what's the outcome? That she'll say yes. What's the outcome that she says yes? 33% chance she says yes. At this point. Sweet voice. When will the communication start between me and Julie? April. Month of April is significant for the two of you. Or it could be in 4 weeks. It could be within the next 4 weeks. Because the diamonds could still be when it's winter time. I would say between now and April. Let's put it that way. Nav, Emin and I from now until the first half of March. There's indecision between now and the first half of March. There's a little bit of sharp energy and disappointment around this situation. Communication could come in out of the blue, or there may be more communication, but it's like you guys have hit a brick wall between now and then. I don't see much moving forward. Wherever it is right now, it's probably going to be the same between now and the beginning of March, or the first half of March. Fairy Lily, will I fly to New Mexico this week? Yes, I think you will. I think you're going to. C3, will I get an A on my exam tomorrow? I practice manifestation. Okay, let's see. Yes, you will. 70% chance, yes, you will, but the Seven of Pentacles is in reverse. The hard work you've put into it should pay off. Mihak General for the next 2 weeks. Intuition is heightened, so definitely listen to it. And you have the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. The Fool here could be starting a new journey of some type, and it may be a new creative way of bringing in extra money. Disappointment moves into the past, and feeling like you've got some good karma coming in around money or finances. It also looks like the Sun is here, but it's in reverse. You may have happiness coming in. It just may take some time to get it. It gets on its way. Happiness is coming. Lily, cards for the week. Cards for this week. Your perseverance pays off. Whatever it is that you've been working on pays off. Anxiety moves into the past. If you've been worried or anxious about something, it moves into the past. Looks like you have money coming in and you have choices. It looks like communication picks up with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. It also looks like there may be the answer to a problem right in front of you and you're just not seeing it yet. Cause for celebration comes in and no longer holding yourself back. Your life starts to move forward. Stepping into your own strength changes your life for the better quickly. Jay, does the Capricorn want me to make a move on him? Yeah, I think so. 70% chance, yes. So, like, how will my meeting at the Judson Center go tomorrow? Goes okay. It looks like it may be slow and steady, but they could give you an offer that would be hard to turn down. You may feel like somebody has betrayed your trust. I don't know what the meeting is about, but the Seven of Swords would be a betrayal by somebody. But I don't think it goes that bad. I think that they give you an offer that would be hard to turn down, or they do something that makes you feel good. Yeah, I don't know what the meeting is about, but Four of Cups in reverse, yeah. Love, Leo. Not love. Who's a better fit for me? Mariel or Ruby? Okay, Mariel. Ruby. Ruby. Especially if it's a business thing. Adriana, General. Slow and steady wins the race, but you have a wish, put it out into the universe. The hard work you've put into your career is coming back to you, and you have the ability to manifest new opportunities around work situations. The world is at your feet. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. Please be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. Nine of Pentacles, money is flowing to you. Growth and change, transformation comes in around your life in general, around you and your life in general. So, like, do I have to worry about Dr. Spearman trying to flirt with me if I work for him? I mean, he shouldn't do that because he could get into a lot of trouble. I mean, really, can't do that these days. I don't think you really have to worry. I mean, he would be really foolish. It doesn't make a difference if it's his own practice or not. That's illegal. You can't get away with that these days. Maria, what's coming in for me in March? You may be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. You could be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Communication from someone you haven't seen or spoken to comes in. Your perseverance pays off around focusing on either work and career or a side business and career. But whatever it is, focus on money pays off. No longer feeling like you're being held back or stuck in the mud, but feeling like life is moving forward in March. Adriana, work. Listen to your intuition. You have growth transformation coming in around your work life, moving forward and being balanced. But it's important that you listen to your intuition. It looks like success comes in around work, but you have new opportunities. You have new opportunities on the horizon for changing jobs or upgrading your job. Your career is moving forward. You also may be going back to school. Got money flowing to you and anxiety is starting to subside. If you're anxious in this job, you should start to feel a little bit more comfortable in it. Um, Soleil, would the betrayal at the meeting be from Shonda? The meeting is supposed to be to touch base with my manager and supervisor. Okay, let's see. Will the betrayal be coming from Shonda? Maybe. Yeah, you may feel like she does something betraying, or that she turns on you in some way in that meeting. Yeah, could be. Jay told the Capricorn I was turning 30 this summer. What did she think? Is she okay with that? She's okay with it. Yeah, she looks at you as mature. I mean, when you're turning 30, it's almost like you're turning 100. But once you get past it, 30's not that old anymore. But yeah, so she's like looks at you like you're mature, you're an adult, you're grounded, you're sensible, you're stable. Yeah, I remember turning 30. I I thought that the year was all over. That's it, it's done. And I would never forget. My friend Mark and I used to go out every Thursday and we used to go shopping because that was payday for me. And he had a friend Angela who was a couple of years older than him. And I remember us being in the car driving back to my house and him saying, "Can you believe Angela's going to be 25 this year? That's so old." Or something like, "Well, imagine how Angela feels. She's 25." Imagine thinking 25 is old. I used to think that. Yeah. So, like, what's happening in Daniel's life? Has he thought of me? I miss his son. Aw. Spending a lot of time working. I mean, he's definitely very busy with work. He does think of you from time to time. He's definitely got work stuff happening here. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles going on around him and feeling very successful around work. He's okay. He's doing all right. He's kind of going with the flow of things. Um, Yeah, but he does think of you every now and again. Seems to be really thrown into work right now. Yeah, it's hard when you date someone that has kids. That's why a lot of times people don't want to like get the kids involved right away because yeah, it's not easy. So like, can you give me a little more info on the betrayal? I don't know what it's going to be about, but it may be there's sharp energy around it. Like this person may have told you one thing and then turns it around. Like they may have told you they're going to do this, they're going to say this is how it's going to be, but then in the meeting they deny it and they turn it around. And it's definitely like, it's a definite betrayal because it's a blatant lie and you know that. Um, yeah, there's sharp energy around it. There's a devil around it. It's a blatant lie. Yeah. I don't know if the person promised you prior and then you go into this meeting and they say that they never said it or they just flip it around. That's not what they meant or some kind of nonsense. Whatever it is, it's like there's no disputing it. It's something that just doesn't sit right with you. Yeah, I hate people. It's like tells you one thing and then gets in the meeting and now it's on the other side. Yeah, I don't, yeah, it doesn't sit right with me. It's like, you know for a fact it's a lie. And you know for a fact that she didn't say that she told you the other thing or whatever. Um, Angel, that is the outcome if you tell her as soon as you see her, 33%. If you like see her in passing tomorrow and you give her this, love bomb, you'll have a 33% chance that she's going to take you up on the offer. So that's why I keep saying I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't come out of the clear blue sky and confess love feelings for her. I think it's going to scare her. I think she's going to be taken back by it. Uh, Anybody here that I haven't gotten to yet? I'm working my way down. MJ, what are Zebby's true feelings towards me after what he said to me yesterday? All right, I don't know what he said to you, but what the cards here suggest is that he either treats you disrespectfully or he doesn't treat you as equal to him or there's some sort of an imbalance. That also could be you put more into the relationship than you get out of it. Whatever it is, it's unbalanced. It looks like he may either be feeling like the world is against this situation or he doesn't really see things moving forward. The Four of Wands is in reverse. I don't know what he said versus how he acts, but this situation doesn't look like it moves forward. It looks like it's like one foot's in, one foot's out, and it kind of goes around in a circle, but it doesn't really ever get anywhere. So you may decide that this is not the person for you. I don't know what he said, but it's like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like there's not a whole lot of love here. It doesn't look like a commitment's coming in or like things are moving forward in that way. It looks like it's just kind of goes around in a circle. Some days are good, some days are bad, but you don't really get anywhere. And his feelings don't seem like there's no love here. It's like maybe as something that's for him is convenient. Tani 2. A's current feelings about me. His feelings are, he thinks that you're successful, intelligent, smart, kind, caring. That the two of you may have a nice connection. Thinks that things could change for the better between the two of you pretty quickly. I don't see love here just yet, but maybe it just hasn't, you just haven't gotten to that point. It looks like he thinks pretty highly of you. We are at Pink Dolly. My ex, Sid Harth, followed me on Instagram again. What does he want? Are his intentions good? Okay, are his intentions good? Yeah, I don't think he's looking for anything. I think his intentions are fine. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's looking for anything, though. He's just following you. I don't know how you feel about him, but it's like it's not all that much is coming through about it. Carmen's here. How is the Libra feeling about us? All right, I don't know where you guys are in this situation, but it looks like this person feels content, happy. Wherever things are right now, this is where they're going to stay. Things look like slow and steady wins the race. He seems like he feels happy and content right now. Virgo moon, good things coming towards me. Life starts to move forward, no longer feeling like you're waiting for your ship to come in, but taking charge, stepping into your own strength pushes your life forward. You've got growth and transformation coming to you as a person, which is going to help. This here, Seven of Pentacles in reverse usually speaks of a work relationship where you put a lot in and then you wind up getting a lot out of, or payback comes to you, fruits of your labor come into fruition. So whatever you've been working on or spending a lot of time doing, that's going to pay off for you. It also looks like success comes in around work or money. Life changes for the better quickly, and you have the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. So put out into the universe what it is that you want more of. Jay, there's 9 years and 6 months between me and the Capricorn. Would she mind dating me? I don't think so. She may want to take things slow, but no, I don't think the age doesn't matter. Nah, I don't think the age matters. If the two of you are both looking to be in a committed relationship and you're both on the same page, age doesn't matter. Advice for this week for Soleil. Listen to your intuition. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Leave regret in the past. Step into your own strength. Whatever happens this week, you got it. You've got the truth behind you. You don't have anything to hide. This week should be fine. You're no longer holding yourself back, and justice gets served. I agree with the kid thing. Yeah. That's a huge thing. That's a huge. I think that if the kids are teenagers, it may be a little bit different. But if you have small kids, I hate to say it, but people just jump into things thinking that everything is going to be perfect, and it's very seldom is it perfect, and then it winds up being more hurtful for all people involved. I agree. Keep kids out of it. Yeah. Anybody here that I haven't gotten to? Tibet. General for the rest of the week. It looks like a pretty good week. You have the world at your feet. You may be hearing from somebody from the past, feeling ambitious, feeling like you're accomplishing a lot. Feels like you made it to the top of the mountain and you're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self-care before the end of the week. The Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. It looks like it's a pretty good week. Jyoti, the energy for me and why for this week. The energy is pretty good. Feeling like you're being guided by the divine and feeling very stable. Who else here haven't I gotten to? Anybody else that I haven't answered for? All right. If there is nobody else, then let me do the moderators, and then I'll come back on tonight. Flower energy check for me and Ava Libra. You may be feeling a little bit like you put in a whole lot of hard work and you didn't see much of a payoff. Energy's kind of slow and stagnant. Jay, I'm going in for my interview with FedEx tomorrow. How will it go? Goes well. Things change for the better quickly. You're being guided by the divine. Your persistence pays off. Long-term potential. Should go well. Sarah, what's going to happen if I will give the if I would give Thomas a chance for a relationship. What will happen if I give Thomas a chance? Is this somebody new? If it's not somebody new, I would be careful because you got the Three of Cups in reverse, which means they may be involved with somebody else. They may not have ended their current relationship. You could find yourself in a third-party situation. And you may feel like you get treated unfairly and like everything is kind of slow and steady. I would be careful with this person. If this is somebody that you've known before and you know they pull shit like that, they may pull that again. They may, there may be somebody else around them. Three of Cups is in reverse. Now, updated love reading. Maybe walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And then your persistency pays off and you lead to long-term happiness, or long-term potential could come in around a Libra. Got a Libra coming in. It also looks like you have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, and you could be starting a new journey when you listen to your intuition. Pisces and Aries are also around you. But I think that you may have choices. And the next relationship that you get into, Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility, Six of Pentacles, feeling like you're getting out of the relationship what you put into it. Anyone that wants to eliminate love feelings or they want to get over something, the best way to do it is to get busy doing something else and take your mind off of the person. So when the person pops into your head, you go get busy doing something else. Anything that takes brain power will help you to disconnect because you can't think of two things at once. So you can't be obsessing over a love interest if you're reading directions on how to put together, I don't know, a wall unit, whatever it is. Your brain can't do two things at once. It can only focus on one thing. So the worst thing to do is, when you want to get over someone, the worst thing to do is to obsess over them and like go on their Facebook page and try to, put yourself where you know they're going to be. All of those kind of things are going to keep you in that wanting, waiting, hoping maybe something will change. But when you want to get over someone and you want to put it behind you, you get busy doing other things. The best thing to do is to find someone else because that will really change the scene. But if there's just nobody else around and it's really hard to meet people in the middle of a pandemic and in the wintertime and everything else, and with a mask on, then I would say pick up a hobby where you can really sink your teeth into it because you'll find that you'll really take your mind off of that person and you'll have it elsewhere. If he's obsessing over you, that doesn't make a difference. All you need to do, you need to forget about him. You can't control what he does, and it doesn't even make a difference. That doesn't affect you. You just have to, if you want to get over someone, then you have to disconnect from them. You can't control what they do, but it doesn't matter. Let him obsess all he wants. That doesn't hurt you. See, what hurts people, like this is what hurts people, when people get into this, like, I'm going to put this up on Facebook because I want him to see it, and then what does he think, and then I'm going to go on his page and I'm going to look and see, did he look at my story, what did he think of this? All that shit just perpetuates. First of all, when someone looks at a picture, you don't even know that they've looked at it. They could have scrolled right through it and not even paid any attention. And if they look at it, what do they think about it? It's a picture. What are they going to think? But all of that stuff keeps people in each other's energy. When you disconnect from someone, the only person you can control is yourself. So you stop doing it. You stop going on Facebook. You stop going on Instagram. You don't look at their shit. You don't put yourself at their job. You don't talk about them. You don't look for them. You disconnect from them. It's like they don't exist. What they do, who cares? Let them look, let them think, let them drive by. You don't pay attention to it. If you disconnect from them, you get over it. It doesn't make a difference. Who's driving past here? Who's looking for me? Who's on my Facebook page? There's nothing even up there. But you can only control yourself. It doesn't matter what someone else is doing. See, people get really stuck in this thing like, well, they're thinking of me, or they're obsessed over me, or they want me back. Who fucking cares? You take care of yourself and your life moves forward. All of that is all ego bullshit. Your ego wants to think of you, not you specifically, but I'm just saying in general. People want that because it's an ego thing. And that's why narcissism is on the rise, because everyone's putting bullshit up on Facebook and they want people to look at it. Did he look at my picture? How many people looked at it? How many thumbs up did I get? This is all ego based stuff, which is very low vibration, which is going to keep you in a low vibrational place. So the more connected you are to low vibrational things, the lower you are. The more you break out of that matrix of all that nonsense and you focus on yourself and what you need, whatever it is. I'm going to study a new language. I'm going to learn how to cook French food, whatever. It doesn't make a difference. But when you start to shift your intentions on things that you want, nobody else matters. Like, you're not going to be thinking about an ex or a potential or whoever it is if you're focusing on reading a recipe to make, a French dish that you never cooked before. You're going to have to pay attention to what you're doing. So that's how you get your mind off of it and you disconnect. The worst thing to do is to look for them or, obsess over them, because that's going to keep you in it. Like, that keeps you in it. Like, driving past somebody's house, going past where they work, looking for their car. Is he looking for me? Is he coming after me? Did he see my picture? I'm going to put this up because I want him to think I'm seeing someone else. All of that shit is going to create more of that. And then what you're putting out is going to come back to you. So then you don't know if somebody else is doing the same thing. And it's just a whole lot of like nasty shit and it doesn't help. It doesn't help. You got to disconnect, right? You have to disconnect, and you have to not worry about what other people are doing. Who cares? Let somebody obsess. Who gives a shit? Let them do what they're doing. I feel like when it comes to men, it's easier for them to move forward, because I don't feel like they have the sexual connection that women have. Like, a guy can go out and have sex and not even give a shit. Like, that just seems to be what I've seen in the past. So it may seem like their life moves forward, although I do think it's harder for them in the long run to actually get over somebody. Like, they could go out and have sex with someone else, but actually getting over someone is usually much harder. But the only person that you can control is yourself. You need to disconnect from everyone that's like anyone that really wants to get back with an ex. Most of the time, it's not for the greater good. Most of the time, it's just going to be, you're going to relive the same disaster that you were already in. So why would you want to do that? It's a couple of reasons. The ego wants it, or because you have nobody else. Nobody wants to be alone. Nobody wants to be dateless. There's all those reasons. But if you really got into the situation and you look back on the past as to what was going on in the past, you wouldn't really want to relive that, especially if you had somebody else that was, ready, willing, and able, right? You wouldn't want to go back to that. And just like with Elisa, you don't really want to be with somebody that you have to try to nail down, or you have to try to manipulate the situation so that I'm there, so that we cross paths, so that I can tell her how I feel. Like, you want to be in a situation where it's easy. You can pick up the phone and just call that person. So I would say anyone that wants to disconnect, find a hobby, find something, whatever it is. And I wouldn't do like watching a movie or anything like that, because, your mind can wander. Like, do something that really takes brain power. And, and like, study a foreign language, study, do a cooking class, something like that. Oh, that's okay, cupcakes. I'll do it. No problem. I was just on a rant. You just shut me up. Is Ben moving forward? Is Ben moving towards me? I think he's moving towards you. You got the sun here. Well, that's the thing too. People stalk Facebook, but that's not because they want to get back with you, or because they want. Sometimes I hate to say it. It sounds really mean, but sometimes people are laughing. Like, I've seen that too. Like, they'll pull up somebody's page and they'll be laughing at what they put up, and that, to me, it's mean, but it's almost like it's deserving. Like, I had somebody pull up a picture of his ex, and she was like, she took a selfie, and like, she was making like bitch face, and like, you could tell like she thought that she was like, And like she thought like who the fuck she was, and it was like laughable, you know, and he was laughing at her. So that's why when people are like, are they looking at my Facebook page? I'm like, yeah, but you don't know what they're thinking, you know? Like sometimes it's like, do you believe this? Look at this. Do you believe I spent 6 months dating this? And like that's horrible. But sometimes people aren't always looking because they're obsessed and they can't get over it. Sometimes they're looking because they're like, I can't believe that this is what went on, or that I put up with this, or whatever the situation is. Because I've seen it from all sides. So sometimes, you know, you got to be careful what you wish for, because sometimes what one person is thinking and they're like really sure the other person is doing is not, it's not true. So that's why I feel like the less you put out there, the less people have to say about it, or the less like like energy speaking, right? Like let's just say I put up a picture of myself and nobody knows that I had Avery. Just say I put up a picture of myself. A lot of people are going to talk about how fat I got because I've never been this heavy in my life. Some people will know, well, she just had a baby, okay? Or she had a baby last year. But a lot of people will be putting out into the universe, have you seen Danny? Did you see how fat she got? Look how fat Danny got. Danny's fat, you know? So you have that energy going out into the universe. And it's the same thing with anything else. You know, like, did you see so and so? She's still posting pictures of when she was with blah, blah, blah. She's not getting over it. She's still there. She still wants him. She's still this. So that's going out into the universe. You know what I mean? Like people are going to talk. So the less that you give people to talk about, the less that energy goes out into the universe, because that shit affects you too. That's why I don't put up stuff about my personal life, because I don't want anybody to know anything, because it's none of their business. And people love gossip. People love gossip. They love to like draw conclusions. They love to think that they know what's going on in other people's lives. And why? Because what's going on in their own life. Because if you're satisfied with your own life and you're busy, you don't care about what's going on in other people's lives. Like if I was getting on a plane and I was traveling the world, you think I would be giving a shit about going on Facebook and looking up what this person's doing? I could give a fuck. But you have to be able to disconnect from it. And unfortunately, this shit is addicting. That's why, like, I mean, Avery, I can't get the phone away from her. How does she even know what the phone does? Now you give her a fake phony phone. Do you think that she wants the phone? No, she wants this one. She wants the iPad. She wants my father's phone. Even when I FaceTime my father, she wants to hold the phone. Why? What is so addictive about this stuff that people just sucks people in? But the thing is that it's all smoke and mirrors. So you have to be really careful with all that stuff. And it's addictive. Like, I don't want her to be addicted to this. I don't want her to spend her whole life staring at this or taking selfies. I worked with this young girl at the school, and she was a pretty girl, but I'm not even kidding you. This girl, I mean, we were there for 2 hours. I mean, selfies everywhere, like in front of the bathroom. I'm like, oh my God, like her whole life revolves around putting selfies up on Facebook. Like, that's such a low vibrational thing. Like, that's like ego, ego, ego. Look at me, look at me, look at me. When meanwhile, it's like you want to try to disconnect from all of that. Otherwise, your whole life is going to be phony. I know, it was crazy. And I'm like, look at her, look at in the gym. It's like filthy and disgusting. And she's like taking pictures. Look, really? I can't. First of all, I can't even take a selfie. I look like, or it goes off and I'm not ready and I have one eye closed. Whatever. It's fine. All right. Let me go. I'll see you guys later. Thank you all. Have a nice afternoon. Bye bye.